Hello, lacrosse friends. Welcome to the 2019 World Junior Lacrosse Championship put on by the IIJL. Tonight we have Israel making their debut at the tournament against Australia, coming back from a tough loss last night to Canada. I'm Stephen Stamp with Brian Shanahan and Shanny. The big story tonight, it's a battle of goalie teammates.
Yeah, yesterday we were talking about the Australian goaltender who played so well for them, that Colin Jeffrey, and faced a lot of shots Canada. We didn't have the exact stats, but I bet it was over 60 shots, and he played well. But he's from Nanaimo Timberman. Today he's playing the starting goalie, who's the starting goalie for Team Israel as well, and that's Justin Getty, who actually led the BC Junior League, was tied for the league with 12 wins. So he's an even stronger goaltender. So you know that we've got good goaltending on both these teams.
We do, and the Australia, as we talked about last night, just a whack of Australian players, guys who made the trip up here. A handful of Canadian players with Australian heritage who are helping them to develop, helping to grow the game in Australia, develop the Australian box lacrosse game. Israel has a number of heritage players. Again, the goal is to build the game in Israel. These guys are working towards helping Israel build their infrastructure. And there are two Israelis on the team. One of them, Ori Bar David, wearing number 53, was on the Israeli team for the 2017 European Lacrosse Championships, the first ever European Box Championships held. So pretty big for him, and he has been coaching since he started to the game, and he keeps telling me there's all these kids coming up after him who are really taken to the game like fish to water.
Well, that's fantastic, because that's the ultimate goal, and for international lacrosse in general, is to grow it at home. But you can't do it all at once, and I think you do need to add some experienced Canadians or Americans to your squad for now, but eventually they'd like to see homegrown teams.
100%. And I mean, the thing, you look at the coaching staff of Israel, Doug Udding, Kevin Harper, and Chris Friedman, all players on the Israeli national team who competed and won the European Championships 2 years ago. They all competed for Israel 4 years ago at the World Championships in Onondaga. They'll all be on the team in Langley this fall, and they have all spent substantial time. Chris Friedman's been living over there for quite a while. Harper and Udding both go over and spend time. The entire Israeli national team, the guys who are from Canada, the States primarily, go to Israel and put in a lot of time running camps, running programs at schools, and the game is just taking off there.
That's absolutely amazing that they've done that. And of course, they hosted the World Championships in field lacrosse last year and did a great job of it.
Yeah, it was, the thing
you were
about
there,
that,
right?
Yeah, I was there. I called a bunch of games, and the thing about that tournament is England was going to host that. There were some issues that got taken away, and Israel stepped in 13 months before that tournament started and organized the whole thing, which is astonishing that they were able to make it happen at all. The fact that it ran with as few glitches as it did is pretty amazing.
Yeah.
On the other side of the floor, wearing their greens tonight, the Australian side, who faced Canada last night, they're head coached by Andy Ogilvie, a legend from my hometown in Peterborough. They've got Jim Milligan as an assistant coach. They're run by Rick Benedicts, who's come from Australia with the club, and he is putting a ton into it as well. We have the anthems. We'll be right back with lacrosse. All right, we are ready to roll, lacrosse friends. Israel, Australia. This should be quite a battle. We saw some pretty good things from Australia last night. We also saw some things that were very clearly field guys learning to play box lacrosse, and as one of the coaches said to me, they tend to revert to the field stuff when you're in a game situation. The challenge, of course, is to develop the instincts.
Yeah, and you know what? I bet the best thing for them is getting right back at it like they are.
Yeah.
That's not a huge break in between games. They had the late game yesterday, but I'm sure they're probably glad to get back at it, especially, you know, it would have been different if they were playing Iroquois right now after playing Canada, but they're playing a team that they are probably matched up a lot better against.
Yeah, this should be the good, you know, a good matchup. The Australians, you could see them improving as they went last night. In a sense, I mean, they were only down 4-2 to Canada after the first quarter. So it seemed, you know, hey, are they going to be able to see it? We kind of it was pretty clear that Canada at some point
a lot of that was really the start of Colin Jeffrey.
He was great.
You know, he really was. Yeah. But you know what? We saw some good things, you know, from their face-off man.
Colt Ganesh.
Colt Ganesh. He had a great game yesterday. Scored one goal for them. Of course, Mitch Ogilvie played great.
Yeah.
You know, the whole game, all over the floor, and you know they'll depend on those guys again.
Ganesh lining up against Harry Friedman for the opening draw. Israel in the white with the blue trim. Australia wearing their greens. And the head comes off the stick of Colt Ganesh. That's not a good start for a face-off guy. And there's the shaft laying beside it. You can't run around with a shaft without a head on. So he's going to. I'm not sure. I mean, I don't know if he actually has a face-off stick and a playing stick.
Yeah, some of these guys do switch it up.
Yeah, he was kind of looking over there trying to figure out a stick to grab. So they'll have to get that one put together. That's a equipment manager earning his keep, getting right into it. Here's Brendan Lundy. I almost called him Dalton. That's his older brother's name. First shot of the game is a little sidearm from Jonathan Endicott. That goes wide, and the 30 will expire in Israel.
Oh, there's a penalty there. There's Lundy not realizing the NLL rules.
Yeah, international rules, because they are slightly different from the NLL, but yeah.
Yeah, he just, you know, it looked so innocent. He just scooped the ball a few feet away from him, and that's something that they got to get used to, but he'll learn quickly.
So Brendan Lundy will go to the box, and Australia will go to the power play. It'll be run at the top by Hamish Mathwin. Going to hand it off. This is Dylan Wood on the near side. We've got Aaron Curry down on the crease as a righty. Australia, only 4 lefties on the roster. Lefties at a premium internationally. There's a shot from the outside saved by Justin Getty. Israel will get the ball back, and Ben Tishkart. We'll see how much he can kill.
We did mention in the opening Justin Getty, a 12-4 record in the BC Junior League this summer.
Colin Jeffrey was what, 2-4, 3-4?
2-4.
Yeah.
He was his backup, so obviously these guys know each other well.
Shows you the depth in the Canadian game. Is Jeffrey? We saw how good he was yesterday. The kid can play. There's a shot. He actually struggled with that one a bit. Kind of fought it off. It heads into the corner. Israel gets it back, and that's going to give them a chance to kill another 30 seconds. Yeoman's work along the boards. Great effort by Ted Wells. Oh, but then that pass skips away. It's grabbed by Mitch Ogilvie, player of the game for Australia yesterday.
And Ogilvie wasn't on the power play the last setup. I'll be surprised if he goes out. He is going off the floor. I think, you know, with the shortage of lefties, I would have thought they would have him on the power play.
Well, they've got Adam Thistlewaite right there catching the pass. And he is joined by Arjun Singh, the other lefty down on the crease.
And
they played a lot.
They're both skilled.
I would imagine there might be a power play unit where they do go with 3 lefties. You never know. That's a big burden though on your lefties. There's only 4 of them, and they're all playing some D. Singh played all over the floor last night. Ogilvie playing a lot as well. We even saw Thistlewaite back playing some D. Ogilvie is right back out. He is, in case you were wondering, he is indeed the nephew of head coach Andy Ogilvie, which is pretty much why he's on this team. They were like, Andy was like, hey, I'm helping out with the club. Can I bring my nephew along?
Yeah.
We're more than happy to have him. Mitch Ogilvie had a great season with the Peterborough Junior A Lakers. a team they were very short-handed, ran into injury trouble. It seemed like every game, literally, they had a couple of guys falling with injuries. Ogilvy kind of held it together, and they were competitive for a playoff spot right down to the wire.
I traveled to watch when Mimico played there, and actually Peterborough was the better team for 2/3 of that game.
They always had a short bench because they would start games trying to have enough players, but they'd lose more to injuries.
Wear down eventually.
Singh, yeah. Singh's bouncer, well outside the crease, gets up into the mesh, and Israel back at full strength, make the outlet pass. Here comes Ryan Foley. He'll hand it off, leave it there for Matthew Huggett.
And Israel only has 7 lefties as well, so like the theme has been pretty consistent.
Brendan Lundy driving in the net, gets a little twister after getting spun around. Good effort. Lundy, who plays for the Clarington Green Gales, the Green Gales of the Ontario Junior B League.
Yeah, we just spoke to his father before the game on playing in Bucknell in Division I NCAA. His dad said he's loving it down there. Plays attack. Oh, did you see Roger Nurse just gave an extra penalty?
Eric Bunce has a misconduct. So 2 for roughing, 2 for unsportsmanlike conduct, and 10 for continuing to just chirp.
Yeah, they'll be shorthanded for a while.
So he's gone for 14 minutes, and they will have, looks like Aaron Curry coming to serve the 4 minutes. Yeah. Sorry, that's Braden O'Brien.
Yeah, and Bunce, another member of the Nanaimo Timbermen of the BC Junior A League, and he'll have plenty of time to cool off there. 6 feet tall.
Well, he's gone till the second,
95 pounds.
Till 2 minutes into the second quarter. Brendan Lundy starting at the top of the power play for Israel. We'll see how things roll for them. That is Ori Bar David down on the crease, the righty crease.
Lundy,
what a great story that youngster is.
He's one of the homegrown Israel players, correct?
Yeah, he started playing in Israel when they came to his school a few years ago, I guess. About 4 years ago now, it would be 4 or 5 years ago. After Israel first competed in the World Field Lacrosse Championships, they went to the World Box Championships in 2015, and he was one of the recruits. There's a hard shot, but straight to the chest pad by Huggett, and there's an outlet pass just a bit too far over the extended stick of Ganech. And Ganech has a pretty long reach. There's Ogilvy trying to fight out from behind the crease. Is that in?
I think he put it in.
Oh, it's on the backside of the mesh.
Oh my! I thought that went in.
Effort.
And I didn't know how he reached from there, and I guess he didn't.
Tishgart hands it off to Huggett. Lundy will whip it across to
Lundy
Endicott.
scored 16 goals for the Green Gales this summer, and he
plays a
transition role. Yes, plays attack in field lacrosse.
Down at Bucknell. Hard rip off the foot of Coffey. That's going to stay in play. And be tracked down by Endicott. So a fresh reset for Israel. They've got 45 seconds left on the first half of the double minor that Bunce received. Lundy stepping into place, misses. That's going to be an over and back if it gets away from Endicott, which it does. And he wisely just drops the ball.
Yes, he put it straight down.
Here's a look at that Ogilvy play. Yeah, it's on the backside of the net. Just saw the mesh bulge though, right? And actually, we should have been aware, probably, because it would have come down the way he was. It would have come down inside the goal line. It wouldn't have hit the mesh right away, but it looked exciting. Here's Dylan Wood. 10 seconds left in the first penalty, so Australia, good chance to kill that one. Arjun Singh threw some serious whacks. Riley DeLille getting on him. They get the shot on net by Singh at the 30. And that'll kill the first half of Bunce's double minor.
And he's not a big guy, Singh. Well, 5'10", 170. He actually looks slighter than that. But he doesn't mind taking a punishment to get to the net. We saw that
he'll
yesterday.
pay the price, right? Israel back to the power play. Scoreless yet in this game for both teams. Bar David tosses it up to Endicott. There's Wells rotating to the top and then cuts through. Huggett's going to take a sidearm shot, no problem, right into the stick of Jeffrey.
Looking for the 5-0, but didn't find it. Oh, nice.
Great pass ahead. Hogue has a chance, but he's turned aside. Cody Hogue, the best chance of the game so far. And Justin Getty
Getty showing
Denies
you
him.
how he got 12 wins this summer. Very calm on that breakaway.
Still over a minute on the power play for Israel.
There's a few outside shots, but no penetration.
There's Lundy going to the middle, and they shoot from the outside. What? Okay, Lundy just got out of the crease in time as Huggett skips that one through the legs of Jeffrey.
Yeah, and I just said how they really hadn't got any penetration, and it's still a bit of an outside shot, although you see the box, the shorthanded box collapses there, and that gave Huggett more room to step in, so the shot wasn't as far outside as they had been taken earlier. And Huggett, he played for the Kanawaki Hunters. He's from Greenville, Massachusetts, but he was looking very comfortable out there with that shot.
So it'll be interesting when we see Israel play against Canada. We'll see a couple of Ganawage Hunters teammates, because Matisse Couillard, who plays for Canada, was a Ganawage Hunter this year. He's from the North Shore Kodiaks originally, junior C team. Wants to go play junior B. He'd love to play junior A, and he's good enough. I think we saw that yesterday, but it's
who was that you were talking about?
Matisse Couillard, number 57 for Canada, the D tranny. We saw him running the floor a lot yesterday, but boy, it's a long trip for him to get to any junior A team.
Yeah.
Nice pickup by Clothier. The pass, though, doesn't connect with Newland. And it'll roll all the way down, be picked up by Israel. We're about 7 minutes in, 1-0. Israel leads. They have the ball. Endicott gives it to Lundy. There's Huggett, the goal scorer. You can hear the communication. There's Lundy with a chance. It's through, but not in. It got underneath Jeffrey fell on it.
Was looking behind, making sure that didn't squeak through. That happened to him a few times yesterday.
You could just see it bouncing, but he dropped onto it.
But you saw Lundy using his size to get open front of the net there.
Braden O'Brien moves the ball across. There's a fight to the middle by Thistlethwaite. Nice stop by Getty. Australia is starting to generate some scoring chances, but now we have a race the other way. Riley DeLille has the ball. There's 4 green Australia jerseys. Past the midway point of the first period is Israel. Once again coming in Lundy, high bouncer. That one gets up into the mesh. It'll be Australian possession. A little bumping and a little feistiness starting to develop.
Yeah.
Aaron Curry steps inside the restraining line.
He scored the first goal for Australia yesterday on the power play.
Here's Ogilvie, backdoor to Stock. Curry will give it back to Jackson Stock. They're down to 9 to shoot.
Good defense.
Yeah, excellent work there by Greg Wells. I went to high school with a guy named Greg Wells. Quite a musician.
I don't think it's the same guy.
I don't think so. He wound up playing keyboards with Kim Mitchell.
Oh, really?
Yeah. After the Max Webster days, Kim Mitchell was on his own and Greg Wells was playing with him. Pretty impressive stuff. What a shot by Huggett, his second of the game. Matthew Huggett just finds that top corner.
Well, early on, Huggett is showing you that he is one of the shooters on this Israel team, and he's somebody that Australia's going to have to pay attention to. Just watching, there's a pick, a little bit of a screen on that, but that's a nice shot to the top corner, overhand shot.
Ganesh will take this face-off off. We're going to have a white violation on the face-off line, on the restraining line. And Jackson Stock gets himself a face-off win. All kinds of pressure coming, though, from Ben Tishgard. Israel pushing out. High defense is Ryan Foley coming out to pick up the ball carrier. Now Stock lobs it down. Mathwin, penalty coming to Israel. Tishgard got a little over-aggressive.
Yeah, he just ran through the crease. I don't think Israel realized they're getting a penalty here.
Yeah. So it's the illegal cross-check, gives Australia a power play, and they got 4 goals yesterday, where most of them were on the power play, were they not?
No, they actually got 2 short-handed goals.
That's right,
which was
right.
Amazing.
Ganesh got the one where he went
Canada.
through everybody.
Yep.
Actually, I have to talk about Ganesh.
Ganesh and Ogilvy both scored shorthanded. Well, I think we're 4 minutes short or 5 minutes short.
Had a fun little chat with Colt Ganesh last night.
Oh, yeah.
Tell you about it in a sec down the hallway after the game. His math went up at the top. He and Wood will switch spots. That pass is too far for Thistlethwaite. He tracks it down off the boards. Back to Thistlethwaite. Sidearm shot. They're not going to beat Getty with a lot of those shots.
And I don't think so. You know, and some of these teams have wisely made sure they're strong in net. You know, and I do, you know, not to be overly critical, but I think that was, you know, one of the weaker spots of the U.S. compared to some of these teams.
Yeah, and I found that surprising. Well, here we go. Lundy with a chance, goes to the net. Nice job by Ganesh. I did run into Colt Ganesh after the game, and I was actually standing in the hallway and said, hey, where's Colt Ganesh? And he said, and he was standing beside me. He's like, oh, that's me. So I said, hey, nice game. You played really well. I was like, okay. I said, no, you played well. He's like, no, I'm not talking about the one move where you put your shoulder into the guy and you just fell over. He's like, we kind of both toppled. I'm like, I know. It's like, no, you clearly had made up your mind you were going. But I thought he had an excellent game last night.
You know, when we were talking about MVP candidates, we had him in the running for sure.
Hard rip there by Dylan Wood. That one bounces off the boards after it goes wide. But they're going to reset.
I don't know why they're going to reset.
That looked well wide.
Seems like they have one.
Thistlethwaite to Wood. 30 seconds left on the penalty, so Israel should be able to kill most of this. Is Schenker going to go to the net? Jack Schenker thought about it? Nah, he's pulling up. Well coached. Ori Bar-David throws it back to Brendan Lundy. Talked to Doug Utting before the game, the head coach for Israel. He said, it just feels strange being on the bench. I feel like I just want to get out there and play. Lundy, a little fake. He's got 8 seconds to kill. I said, wow.
And you said they're playing for Israel in the World Championships coming up in
They are.
September. Okay.
Doug Utting just signed on August 1st with the Rochester Nighthawks.
Oh, very good. Who does Doug coach? Who does he coach aside from this team?
I don't know that he does, actually.
Oh, okay.
And Israel going the other way. As the ball, a nice trail check, stripped that ball from Ganesh, but then a mistake by Tishkart. It's an illegal pick, and it'll hand the ball back to the Australians. 3:42 to go. Australia gets possession. Here's a chance for Hogue. Bounces one, stopped. The rebound came out, almost picked up by Curry. Just rolled off his stick right back to the goaltender.
Yeah, and so far, Australia's only chances have been outside shots. And, you know, at this point, it looks like they're not going to beat Getty.
And, I mean, Ganesh had that one goal. We kind of joked about it a bit, but he had so many chances. That's an illegal pick called on Israel. And I actually thought it was Ganesh who knocked his own teammate over there. But kind of ran into each other. Maybe there was a push by the Israel player to knock him into him. But he was driving to the net hard, and that's what they need some more of. Give it to Mitch Ogilvy, give it to him.
We haven't seen the transition game. So far, Israel's done a great job of getting their defense on and not giving Australia any transition opportunities.
Ogilvy to O'Brien. A little tap to the face, a shot inside. Yep. O'Brien got in. Getty was ready, but that's the kind of chance you need. You need a few more of those. Nice job by O'Brien ducking underneath. Here comes Tishkart on the run. Boy, he covers a lot of ground. Well, I guess he covers the same amount of ground as everyone else. He just does it faster. There's only 200 feet. There's only so much ground you can cover. This is a nifty little change as Tishkart leaves it for the man who's replacing him. Just rolls it on the ground, jumps into the box. Lundy's shot, nice save by Jeffrey. Really nice pickup on the rebound was the key. Outlet pass, and Tyler Reynolds on the run. Timaeus Bidwell-Barton going to the bench there. Didn't play last night, so we didn't get a chance to say his name. I've been practicing. I like that name, Timaeus Bidwell-Barton. It's a great name. We've had some excellent names in this tournament. There's a sidearm shot stopped once again, as that was Braden Kirk trying to get that one on. Here comes Jack Schenker. Ted Wells. So Ted Wells is number 9. Greg Wells is number 23. This is Huggett with 2 goals already. That shot goes awry as he was being checked. A couple of big players for that Aussie defense. One is Ganesh, the captain, number 18 there. The other, Clothier, number 24, working the 2-man game with him. They do it pretty well. The ball slipped away from Jordan Siegel. Now here goes Australia.
Opportunity.
Oh, and that is not going to be a penalty, but a chance to the net.
Oh, he ran in the crease.
Yeah, he was getting checked, but that's the effort. You got to go after that. Kind of like that is Cody Hogue. taking a little swat at an Israeli player. I have no problem with that. You know, a little chip here or there. Nothing really dirty. Just letting them know you're into it, right?
Yeah.
I may have been known to do that once or twice in a Masters non-contact game. Just let them know you're there. Lundy.
That got away from
It
Lundy.
did. We saw an Australian shot that missed by the same amount at the other end a little while ago. That's an interesting one. That was Joey Tabak with the ball. Here comes Ganesh.
44 seconds left.
Yeah.
Another penalty. I think a stick slipped up high.
Yeah, Ogilvy took one in the grill. It's going to be Zach Jury going to the box, and he's arguing he doesn't like it, but it wasn't intentional. But the stick definitely came up. There was no question. It was contact. And Ogilvy, who last night, you remember the one he had, there was contact. His helmet was slid up on his face, on his head, and his mask was right up over his face. He was like, "How did that get there?" There was no call on that one, so he'll be happy to get this one. Mathwin back up at the top of the power play. Thistlewaite, the lefty shooter, and Wood, the righty shooter. Backed up to Mathwin. Still outside perimeter passing so far. Mathwin's shot, high bouncer, gets up off the glass and comes out to Wood. No, he's going to miss it, and it's snagged there by Liam Mackay. Mackay, great move, and buries it.
Goal.
Great finish, but the really nice move was slipping off the Australian transition defender.
Well, that all starts from the big outside shot that goes wide, causes a big rebound, and Mackay picked that up. Wasn't a clear-cut breakaway. 2 guys on him, and he gets a good bump, but used it to his advantage as he bounces that shot in.
And then Mackay makes like a U19 World Championship women's field lacrosse player, scores the goal, drops the stick on the ground. Go ahead, measure that.
Now, is this going to be a play where we see Ganesh take it all the way with 12 seconds to go?
I would think so. I mean, there's not a lot other chances. There's a violation by an Australian player. Israel will not take a timeout with 9 seconds. We're going to save that. There's 2 per team per game, 1 per half. Here's Tabak. Bar David, who gets a shot off and almost slipped through Jeffrey. You can hear the whole Israeli bench yelling, "Shoot it, shoot it." So it is 3-0 for Israel through 15 minutes of play. I'm Steven Stamp with Brian Shanahan. Thanks for being with us at the IIJL World Junior Lacrosse Championship. We'll be back in 2 minutes. Welcome back to Cross Friends. It's 3-0 Israel. Let's see how we got there.
Well, it starts off in the power play, and that was Matthew Huggett scoring his first of 2 goals on an outside shot when the box collapses a bit. And here's a shorthanded goal scored by Liam Mackay. And this is that was late in the quarter while Israel was on a power play. So far, everything offensively has been for Israel. Looked very good.
So Australia will be looking to try and get the face-off win on this because they have a bit of time left on the power play. as Zach Drury is going to be still in the box for a little bit. Interestingly, at the quarter time break, the players who have penalties have to stay in the box. They're not allowed to go and join their teammates. Halftime, obviously, they get to go and join them, but he actually was sent over because they noticed he had a necklace on. So he was taking that off as he went over to the bench, giving it to one of the trainers or equipment managers.
And you mentioned the power play will continue for Australia, but Colt Ganesh has not been having the same success in a face-off as he was yesterday. Harry Friedman has done a very good job so far, and I don't know if it has anything to do with the first face-off when his stick came apart.
Right,
Ganesh.
Yeah. That's Jim Milligan coaching up the Australian offense, and that's one of the things he and Andy Ogilvie have talked about. And we talked to Doug Hutting and Kevin Harper, Chris Friedman from Israel, and the American coaches and the Polish coaches, Heath Garlow and this group, and they all talk about how much teaching you're doing. It's not. It's not at this point. You're not refining things. You're not working on adherence to the system or consistency. You're working on this is what you do. You can see Jim Milligan taking the chance every moment, and we saw it last night. We talked about how we would see Canada and Australia in a situation at the end of a quarter, they take a timeout, set up a 6-on-5, and again, that's because you have limited time to work on those situations.
Yes,
if you have a game situation, you use it.
Yep. Now, I would, if I'm giving the coaches some advice, I think you put Ogilvie on the power play.
I would too, yeah.
I don't think they've been effective without him. They've been going with two lefties, and I know there's a real shortage of lefties, so you want to be careful not to exhaust them early, but I think they could use Mitch Ogilvie on the power play.
Yeah, I mean, Ogilvie primarily a defensive player. That's his role with the Peterborough Lakers, where he and Adam Thistlethwaite are actually teammates. But Ogilvie, I've mentioned it before, early in the season when they were short players, and honestly often throughout the season as they kept having injuries, he would go up and he'd run the power play, he'd be the point man on the power play, he'd play defense, he'd kill penalties, he would do everything, and he doesn't. Australia's getting a delay of game. And it's interesting because we've been a bit delayed getting things going, but they were there, weren't they?
Well, neither team appears ready yet.
So no, I mean, they're still hanging out of the benches talking, And we're not down there, so it's hard to see what the call was for, but now Eric Bunce is in the box. He's still got about 2 minutes.
There's no goaltender in the net for Team Israel, so I'm not sure
why they wouldn't get one. And actually, their goalie is still behind a bunch of players. It's going to be a little while before he gets out there.
Well, I guess you don't have to start with your goalie.
No, that's true. You can go with 6 runners. Now here he comes. Interesting. So I say Eric Bunce is still gone for about another minute 40 or so. There's a minute 20 left on the Zach Drury penalty, and Australia's got to send somebody over to serve that delay of game penalty. And they've just sent.
I don't think he realized
no,
that
he did not.
being sent on the floor to go.
No, it was Alexander Mercier, and he's laughing because they sent him out and he went to run into a face-off position, and they said, no, over to the box. So there he is, takes his spot, and we'll be 4-on-4 for a minute 20, so a lot of space. Israel gets that opening draw. And they throw it back over it.
That was just a...
Liam Mackay was like, I'm not going to catch it. I'll just tap it over. Yeah, that's an over and back. That's a CLA player not recognizing, not remembering that we're playing international rules. You can't go back over center. You only have 10 seconds to get across, which they're going to do no problem with Tishgard's wheels. Hands it off. There's Lundy with it, getting it from Huggett. Endicott, great lane to the net, but he is checked. Great job by Tyler Reynolds to take him out of his angle.
Yeah, that's pretty hard.
Ran into the post. Looks like he's all right. There's a pass ahead to Curry. Hits the man coming off the bench. Mathwin spins. Arjun Singh has it. 2-man game, gets to Kirk. He goes to the net, shoots far side, and they save Curry. Or Getty, sorry. Israel coming back with Ryan Foley with the ball.
Getty's been making things look so easy so far.
Yeah, he has. You can see why he got 12 wins
in
the BCJLL, obviously one of the toughest junior leagues in the world. Lundy going to the net on Singh, gets through the legs again on Jeffrey, but again goes to the side. There's a tripping penalty coming. And Jury had just stepped out of the box, picks up the ball, and he's looking unhappy because he had a breakaway, but it was definitely a trip. That was Lidor Ashtomkar, the other native Israeli player, and no intent, but he definitely took the bang the widest foot of the Australian player against the other leg.
He got tangled up, and it is a trip regardless. A little bit of 4-on-4 lacrosse.
Yeah, for another 36 seconds, 37 seconds. Those are 37. There's 1 second more.
Of the trip. It looked like he tried to come over the top with the stick, and the feet just got contacted each other.
Ogilvie now on the 4-on-4, leaves it for Thistlethwaite. Nice duck by Curry, but he loses the ball. It's a great first move, then it just popped away from him. Wood will hand it off to Thistlethwaite, runs through traffic. He's way off on his offside. Ogilvie's open, tries to get it to him. It's tipped away, I think. I think Greg Wells may have got a stick on it. Now it's going to be Liam Mackay picking up the ball after the 30 expires. Heads up play by Mackay to just bang the player. I think it was Ogilvie from Australia, not let him get the ball and just let the 30 expire.
Mercier's out of the box now, so short-handed situation for Israel. Oh my.
Oh, what a goal, slipping the pick. Brendan Lundy. Probably not the last time I'll say that.
Yeah, exactly. Dalton's his older brother, yes. Yeah. And this wasn't even a pick. This is just, the defense just fell asleep on Australia. Now watch, Lundy just breaks from high. There's 2 guys in the corner, double teaming the man, and yeah, his man just lost him. And that's sometimes, you can be guilty of getting complacent when you think a team is happy just to let the 30-second shot clock wind down when they're short-handed, and Lundy took advantage of Australia standing around thinking there was nothing to do.
Face-off violation by Jackson Stock, so Harry Friedman and Israel get it. And Friedman actually is going to Boston U. He's committed to go there. He'll be a freshman. So definitely gives Israel a strong face-off game. It'll be interesting to see him against, say, Jordan Aki of Canada, and see how Friedman does. Probably going to do pretty well.
I would think so, from what we've seen so far.
Cody Hogue on the run. Australia waiting to get everyone out. They're on the power play, but so you got your wish. Ogilvie is out there for the power play, but they've only got 4 guys on the floor. Now the 5th comes out. It's Thistlethwaite joining them. Bouncer blocked by Ori Bar David, who's out playing a penalty kill shift. Threw me for a second. I used to see him on the PK.
Yeah, he's getting lots of floor time.
He plays and coaches a ton of lacrosse and walks across.
He's wearing an A for them too.
Yep. Adam Thistlethwaite gets it over to Ogilvie. 15 left on the shot clock. The penalty is over.
I think
they're yelling at him to come out.
He has no idea.
Ryan Duckus in the box hasn't told him.
Oh, that's funny.
The entire Israeli bench yelling at Lidor Ashtomkar. He just wanted to wait till he get a breakaway.
He's waiting for his team to get the ball.
He might get an assist. He does.
Yeah.
That was in, wasn't it? Oh, no, off the crossbar. Roger Nurse is right there in position. How would that have been there?
We'll give him the benefit of the doubt that he was waiting for his team to get the ball, but I think he was
That's a wily little play.
I think he was just in his own little world there.
It was about 30 seconds that he spent, 20 seconds that he spent sitting in there. There's a chance and a goal for Australia. Nice right on top of the crease. You talked about that, how they had to get inside. Aaron Curry's been trying to do so. He does it there and bounces one past Getty.
You say that was Curry put that one in?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, scored a goal yesterday. And
their first one yesterday, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. And look, and this is a nice play because on the windup, the Israeli defenseman leaves his man thinking he has to step up, and it's a nice fake shot, pass instead, and Curry makes no mistake.
I think it was Hamish Mathwin with the pass, wasn't it? 16.
I'm not sure.
And he wound up. If it was him, whoever it was, kudos, because that was a great sell on the shot fake. Putting plenty of power behind it, and then just kind of putting the drag on, the break on with the hands, and Little lever pass through. Ori Bar David takes the pass off the face-off win by Israel. Who leads 4-1. I'm Steven Stamp with Brian Shanahan. Thanks for being with us at the World Junior Lacrosse Championship. Matthew Huggett. Hard twister by Brendan Lundy. Comes right back to him, but he'd run through the crease. You can't be the first player to play the ball after you've run through the crease, or the first to receive a pass. So Australia gets the ball. Here's a chance from inside. Ogilvie changes direction and threw a pass, trying to get to Curry. There's going to be a penalty to Israel, but Curry couldn't catch the pass, so they'll have to wait for a scoring chance. Nice hustle by Jeffrey to get to the bench. They've got 12 left on the shot clock. Here's Thistlethwaite. Going to go to the man down low, a chance. It's saved, and it's going to be Israel picking the ball up, so play will be blown down as Greg Wells grabs it. It's an illegal cross check. And I may be a bit of a ref nerd or a rules nerd, but I find it interesting the way different refs indicate the illegal cross check. Some have their hands really far apart and kind of go down with them, and you see Brent Colombe there, hands fairly close together, like actual distance on a stick probably, or and kind of straight out or up a little bit. I don't know what that means.
I just wait for them to say it on the mic, and we're not getting it here.
I like the signals.
Yeah.
Thistlethwaite and Ogilvie playing a bit of catch. There's Ogilvie. Cutter to the net. Hard
nice
bouncer
try
by Curry. Again, a little steep on the angle. I think he was trying to get that to the far post, and it pulled on him a little. Oh, what a pass in tight, and a great save by Jeffrey.
Nice fake and a nice recovery by Jeffrey.
Huggett was about 2 inches from having a hat trick. Ogilvie taking his time as they set up the power play, gets to Thistlethwaite. They do go 3 lefties for Australia. That's 3/4 of the lefties on their team. Arjun Singh is going to set a pick. Or sorry, that's Kirk. Braden Kirk, the other lefty. Had a 50-50 chance there. Knew that Thistlethwaite and Ogilvie were out. Arjun Singh and Braden Kirk, the only other 2 lefties.
Yeah.
I got it wrong. Ugh. Here's Ryan Foley taking his time. Lundy makes the pass. Foley heads to the bench.
Keep an eye on Lundy. Scored a short-handed goal earlier. That's actually 2 short-handed goals for Australia now.
Right.
Or for Israel, sorry.
Yeah. As they lead. That'd be 5-1 now, isn't it, with that last goal? Or is that the 4-1 goal?
No, I think it's 4-1.
That's 4-1, okay. Right. Right, Huggett was just denied on the
That's right.
the last one. Singh. Down to Kirk and back. Now Thistlethwaite again. Strong left for Australia. Hard shot low from Curry. Turned aside by Getty, but it comes straight back out to the Aussies.
10 seconds left in the penalty. We'll see if the Israel player comes out or stays there.
No, Ben Tishgard is ready to go.
Yeah, he's looking.
It's such a smart little play by Tishgard to step across center so that if he had to take a pass, there's no immediate danger of an over and back. Those are the little things that you want to reinforce with the other guys who are getting new to the box game. Joey Tabak hands it off, and here's Ori Bar David. Horizontal across the top. Huggett, hard pass to Tabak. He gets a shot off, and they'll get a reset just as the 30 was running out. Here's Lundy. Captain lobs it down. Jordan Siegel. Tabak. That pass just a little too far. Well, I think Lundy just took his eyes off it. We've got Kirk out there playing defense without a stick. He's thinking about trying to get to it, but he keeps being about 2 steps too far. Now he'll be able to grab it. Now he's just going to go to the bench. The refs will get it as Jeffrey makes the save. Clothier has the pass tipped and then grabbed by Ryan Foley. He's on the run. He's got Friedman coming with him, puts the shoulder down, goes to the net. It's a heck of a bull rush move.
That sure was.
Can't bury the finish, though. Australia gets it. Nice job there by Mercier to move it ahead to Ogilvie. DeLille out on Ogilvie.
Australia's slow to get their 5th guy on the floor.
Yeah, and they were actually changing another guy, so they really only had 3 guys out there. We've seen a few instances of that. Oh, nice spin. And then Braden O'Brien just lost the ball. It's a back in call in
Nice
Israel.
play.
So
He stepped in the crease, but then Israel
Yeah.
also brought the ball into the crease.
backdoor cut. No, the pass doesn't get through. Ogilvie tried to feed it through as he saw a great cut by O'Brien. That's a solid shift by Braden O'Brien, other than dropping the ball as he got into shooting position. Foley, that is. Just withstanding Thistlewaite's checking. Endicott. To Stomkar. Lundy, hard shot that did glance off of Jeffrey. So it's a reset, but he gets the ball anyway. And now the outlet pass whips it ahead to Tyler Reynolds. Oh, pretty nice job, Reynolds.
He had a pretty good angle on that shot.
He did. He's on his offside, but he kind of faked the pass. Looked like he was going to go over and quick step to his right.
I think he was aiming for the corner. He should have. That top right corner. He just missed it, but that wasn't a bad opportunity.
No, good decision. Just didn't quite execute how he wanted. That pass doesn't get through to Singh, who gets a rough ride from Zach Jury. Now we've got a loose ball foul on Israel, so another possession.
Lots of rough rides going on out there.
Israel playing physical defense. You'll see that from the senior national team as well. They like to play a rough physical game. Now, the senior team coached by Brad MacArthur, and he likes a game with lots of running and lots of physical contact. Little tap play by Harry Friedman, but can't get it through the legs of the Aussie. So Mitch Ogilvie comes up with possession as we're under 5 minutes to go here in the first half. I'm Stephen Stamp with Brian Shanahan. This is the IIJL World Junior Lacrosse Championship in Mississauga. Arjun Singh goes down low to Ogilvie. Good recognition by Zach Jury to get in there, and then a huge pick. There's a penalty coming.
There's a penalty coming, but I think it was an illegal
I think there's
pick.
two.
Regardless.
Yeah.
I think that's more than an illegal pick in
it's a check from behind
referee's
Singh.
opinion. Yeah. So the original penalty was going to Israel, and I think that was Liam Mackay.
Yeah, Mackay is off.
And
I think, was it a slash?
I'm not sure what Mackay's penalty was, but Singh's was just the overly aggressive pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks to me like that's the slash that they're calling. But yeah, I don't know if that's a penalty. I think that's just a illegal
Definitely
pick.
a possession call.
Yeah.
Pretty solid cross-check to the top of the numbers. I mean, it might be because it was high. Either way, it leaves us 5-on-5.
I thought that was just a legitimate Peterborough pick.
Oh, in Peterborough, that's a pick.
Yeah.
There's no question there. That's the Matt Giles pick.
Peterborough, it's not a pick unless you knock him down.
Right. It's funny you talked last night about how you keep picking harder and harder to find out where the line is. Great move by Huggett to spin in, and Matt Giles was the king of that. He would just start setting picks early in a game, played for the Peterborough Lakers for a long time, and he would just keep going harder and harder until he got one, and then that was the line for the night. It's like, okay, that's how hard we can pick tonight. And the whole team would just pick up on it.
And one of the things I told kids when I coached them, I said, if the defense tries to push you away from the pit, use that momentum.
This way shot is stopped.
Referee will hardly ever call you if you knock a guy down when you're pushed into him.
Right. Outlet pass. Here comes Schenker. There are some Australians around him, but he's got a chance to shoot. Stopped by Jeffrey. And now here we go the other way. Thistlewaite, 1-on-1. He's got to go now if he wants to go, and he does. Nice save by Getty. That's a great play by Thistlewaite, though.
He beat his man, and you're right. He recognized a one-on-one opportunity. They're not getting great offensive chances. Sometimes you got to make them work.
Yeah. Not sure if you could see it on the screen. Here comes a chance for Lundy. Great spin move. Nice save, though, by Jeffrey. But on that chance for Thistlewaite, there were two white Israeli jerseys coming from the bench, players in the jerseys. And he had to go then if he was going to get a chance. Otherwise, he had to pull it out. Here comes Jackson Stock. He is run over.
Again. Good effort, good effort.
Yeah. Wells with the big hit. Jackson Stock will pop up and go to the bench. This Australian team, not a lot of size. They've got a few big guys. That bounce shot's wide by Ogilvie. Some smaller guys, but boy, they do not back down from anything. They'll take a pound and jump right back in. That's a delay game.
Yeah.
Yep. Summer, that's fine. You can do that. And then Schenker gets into it with him. Schenker gets into it with him a little bit.
If he had made that play 1 second earlier, that would have been a good play.
Oh, yeah, it's fine, just before the 30.
But yeah, as soon
with
as
the
that
buzzer
whistle
sounding,
goes,
you can't do it.
and we've mentioned it a few times,
Yeah.
most of these kids have not played by those rules, and that's the way you play in the summer. You make sure you don't hand the ball over to your opponent when the whistle goes.
So here we are on the power play for Israel. They lead 4-1 with 2.5 to go in the half. They're going to try and extend that lead. It's been a pretty good game. Brendan Lundy to Bar David. Lundy going to the net. Extra angle on the bouncer. It goes up out of play. It'll be grabbed by Eric Bunce, who's back in. He's been available for a while now.
Good rest in that first quarter.
Yeah, he should have lots of fresh legs. Well, just one pair of fresh legs, but lots of energy in them. Just once in a while I catch myself saying something that doesn't make sense.
Phrases.
It's like, that doesn't make any sense. I got to fix that. Australia, full penalty kill mode with 10 seconds to go on the shot clock. This Wade has it. He's going to try and generate. He's isolated. He'll try and generate something and get a shot for a reset. Double team play. He does get a shot off just at the end of the shot clock. I think it had actually the 30 had expired before he got the shot, but he was in the motion.
Good job by Israel on making sure that they're not giving him a one-on-one opportunity. They're doubling him up.
I'm sure that the Israeli coaches reminded them after he took it to the net that he is very dangerous. Bar David rips it up top to Endicott. There's Huggett. He has a couple goals, trying to get that third one. The save by Jeffrey, up out of play. Fresh 30 for Israel, 40 on the penalty. Endicott. Another save by Jeffrey. I'm amazed by the flexibility of some of these goaltenders. There's a man off the bench. It's whipped in. Oh, nice pick off.
Nice interception.
Great effort by Schenker to come back. You can see that Kirk thought he had that available, and it was close, boy. 6 inches higher, and that might connect, although if he put it a foot higher, it's probably too high for his teammate to catch. So it was a small window that he almost hit. Israel takes their time with an aggressive little flip pass from Jordan Siegel. Oh, what a rip. That's in and out. Yeah, Endicott, Jonathan Endicott with an absolute laser.
That was a nice shot. Endicott from Louisville, Kentucky, of all places, playing box lacrosse. Takes a beautiful outside shot, and this is late in the power play. You got everything behind it, and as you said, in and out. Let's see it from this angle.
Oh, that goes off the goalie. Did it hit a stick on the way in?
I'm not sure.
I thought it might have tipped off the defender's stick.
You rarely see the ball come out that quick from that kind of angle.
I think that the reason was it hit Jeffrey's pad, so it was going at a bit of an angle that it couldn't have been on the shot. So it was actually deflected at like a 45. And that's why it hit the mesh and came out so quick, which of course we couldn't see live. So there's about a 5-second difference, 5 to 6 seconds between the shot clock and game clock. Israel's going to have to generate something here and then
see if they try to take the latest shot possible.
Yeah. There's Tom Kerr, gets it across to Huggett. 4 on the shot clock.
We know he likes to shoot.
And he will get a little short arm shot, almost one-handed off. 5 seconds, Australia.
Call a timeout.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're going to call it.
Yeah.
Might as well. You get one per half. You might as well take it.
And
but
we'll
they took
they get time
2.1
back
seconds.
because there was about 5 seconds left when they got the ball, and I don't know if they'll get that time back. If they called it late or the referee just blew the whistle late.
People were calling from the bench. One of the players, it looked to me like somebody was indicating timeout right away. I think there's going to be a discussion. I think there should be 5.4 seconds.
I think they'll get it back.
Yeah. Yep, they're talking about it, I think, now. And looks like they'll put it in. And Brent Colombe just looked up at the clock, so I think they're going to put 5.4 back on. Or not. The timekeeper's just kind of sitting there, pretty relaxed. I mean, the other possibility is the ref just counts down 2 seconds before
hold on to it for a second.
Play, but then you're really kind of guessing. No, they're just leaving 3.3. I don't like it. I say give them the 5.
No, and that's not enough time.
No, that's going to be tough. Ganesh is going to have to.
You would have to make a perfect pass up the floor to somebody who's.
Australia just pulled someone off the floor.
Well, I think they've got somebody on the bench. I think this is a bit of a trick play there.
Okay.
Oh, no, maybe not. Maybe
they're sending him back.
Maybe it was a confusion play, not a trick play.
The long pass, the bounce, and it goes the other way, and that's going to be a field goal for Israel as Liam Mackay rips one right over the top of the net and into the mesh. And Shannon, we've got to add that to the list of balls that have gone out of play. Actually, the security guard has it.
Yep.
He'll return that. So we have reached halftime. We're going to take a break. I'm Steven Stam with Brian Shanahan. Thanks for being with us at the IIJL World Junior Lacrosse Championships. We'll be back shortly. Welcome back to Cross Friends. It's 5-1 for Israel. We're going to take a look at how we got to that point here at the World Junior Lacrosse Championship.
Well, it started off in the power play. Matthew Huggett scores his first of 2 goals to give Israel a 1-0 lead, and shortly after that, Huggett gets a second goal. And then this is a shorthanded goal late in the first quarter. That was Liam Mackay giving Israel a 3-0 lead. And then into the second quarter, we've lost. Oh, here we go, second quarter. And this is the power play goal. Actually, it's not a power play goal. Aaron Curry getting his second goal of the tournament. That made the score 4-1 for Israel. Brendan Lundy scored a shorthanded goal for Israel as well. And then late.
That's another look at the.
Oh yeah, that's the Liam Mackay one again.
Goal. Here we go. We're back
now we're
to live
live
action. We're about 25 seconds here into the third quarter. Lundy with the pass to Huggett, who is.
Oh, that play worked well.
Beautiful. He's had so many chances to get that hat-trick goal. Lundy takes the shot just as the buzzer sounds.
Well, you got the feeling that before this game is over that Huggett is going to get a hat-trick.
He's had so many chances. He and Lundy working very well together. And Lundy trying out that newly fixed stick. I'll get to that in a second, but Colt Ganesh.
Yeah, we saw that his shot hooking a few times.
Yeah, he's having a little trouble early on. I'll explain a bit, but Arjun Singh gets stripped. It's going to be picked up there by Ryan Foley. And I actually went and talked to, we saw Dalton Lundy, Brendan's older brother, bringing a stick down to him. So I walked around to the other side of the arena to talk to them. And he'd been having some trouble with it. It was broken at the bottom, so he was actually tightening the bottom of the stick and just restringing. He said, yeah, my brother doesn't string his sticks. I'm like, a lot of guys don't string their sticks these days. A lot of people have people to do that.
They have their guy, yes.
Yeah. But here's Wells with the long bouncer. Stopped by Jeffrey. That's a back in, Clothier.
And that's just not
and
knowing the
he's
boss
right on
game.
top of Lundy.
Yeah, Clothier just picked up that ball, ran through his crease. They've been caught. We've seen that called a few times, and that's just getting to know the game.
Hard sidearm rip by Endicott. That'll be a fresh 30 and a reset for Israel as it went off of Jeffrey's leg. So pretty interesting. I thought that Dalton Lundy went down. Brendan indicated to him he needed some help. Here's a chance. Ashtamkar got a nice shot. Oh, reaching in and a chance there for Endicott. And it's interesting. You saw that one player looked like he was waiting for the ball to come out. You don't have to wait. We are playing the international rules. You can reach in. Oh, that pass. Just handed to Ogilvy.
Oh, not a very hard shot.
No, Reynolds kind of ran himself out of his shooting position.
Yeah, and then he just sort of lobbed it, and that's easy save for Justin Getty.
Getty has been excellent so far. Here's Lidor Ashtamkar. Leaves it for Huggett. We got penalties coming on both sides.
Yeah, and this was on the.
It's just Bar David, I think.
Yeah, that was on the other side of the floor, away from the ball. And yeah, Bar David was on offense. Oh, you hear it. I don't know if you can hear it at home, but Roger Nurse says illegal cross check.
And he does the indication, so we can tell anyway.
I just listen, so both of us can understand. I listen to what he says.
I've been in enough tournaments where you don't necessarily have you can't necessarily hear the ref, or there's nothing over the PA. So I've learned the signals. I even know how to do ref numbers. That's 8.
Oh, really?
It's 3 sideways. Yeah. There's Wood. Rips one. Oh! Zach Drury took it in the back. Oh, almost a chance there. Well, it was a chance, almost a goal by Mathwin. But he got a little, we've seen a few guys get a little too steep on the angle on their bounce shots. Tishgart hands it off. Endicott to Huggett. Israel just taking their time on this penalty kill. No pressure from the Australians.
Yeah, and Australia's making they missed their man in the center again. That's we saw Lundy score a goal earlier, and
where they just lost him.
Yeah, Australia's been guilty of that. When it looks like they're taking nothing to the net, they sort of fall asleep for a second, off ball.
Ogilvy looked at Arjun Singh. Now he'll whip it down to him. Ogilvy gets it back. 3 lefties with Thistlewaite at the top.
They've taken our advice on the power play.
Yep. And Ogilvy will fire. That's a little wide. Snagged, though, by Wood.
Yeah, Getty's just eating up those outside
He's
shots.
so solid. Brendan Lundy has a peek up. There's a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the penalty. So they can basically, they'll try with about now 8 seconds on the shot clock. They will try to get a reset. That one's going to go way wide, though. Might have to get Dalton to work on it a bit more.
You know, there's nothing more frustrating when you know your stick is not working. And you know, and I played defense, so I don't know what it. Yeah, sometimes it didn't matter. You just scoop up the ball and hand it to a teammate. But when a guy's playing offense and the stick is not working, it's like you're not playing.
That shot didn't get through. Banged up, but there will be a reset for Australia. Kirk with the hard rip. That's going to go over and back, though. Or is it? Oh, it was saved. And a great hustle play by Aaron Curry. Oh, and then he throws the pass away. We've seen that a few times for the Australians. Make a nice play, good effort, and then just a little mental error.
Yeah.
Huggett fires it down to Tishgart.
Huggett's really open.
Good slide D by Reynolds. They get the shot off. Stopped by Jeffrey. Long pass. It's going to be a one hopper. Picked up well by Reynolds. Left it for Stock, who gives to Mathwin. Fifth forward coming out now. Curry cut to the middle. I thought they were going to him, but they pop it off to Thistlethwaite. There's Singh. Oh, he had a great open look, but just kind of toppled. He was obviously trying to stay out of the crease.
He probably had a little bit more room than he thought, more room and time.
Yeah. I remember reading about, I think it was Jeff Zawicki, reading about how he said after he'd scored a big goal for Team Canada at the 2007 World Lacrosse Championships, and he said, he remembers one of his coaches saying, you always have more time than you think.
Yeah, I could. You know, I think that's good advice.
As Tom Kerr gets through everybody. Great shot, but stopped by Jeffrey. At least a great chance he generated. Here comes Cody Hogue.
A little bit of interference. Oh,
and
nice.
A goal. Beautiful pick by Clothier to do just enough to keep the man from getting to his teammates, but not enough to take an illegal
No, you're
pick
right.
ball.
It was like borderline interference. But as we said earlier, if you can get away with it, he looks like a blocker in a football game.
Yeah.
And that was Cody Hogue took that shot, and great job by Clothier to throw that little interference, and he knows he's a big part of that goal.
Yeah. Yeah, no assist on the scoreboard. We talked, there were a few of those yesterday where the assist doesn't happen on the scoreboard, but it's going to be an over and back. Jackson Stock upset with himself, but it can be tricky trying to throw that pass out of the back of your stick. You're probably almost better off actually bouncing that ball over.
Yeah.
Because then there's a little bit of a broader margin for error. There's a shot by Tom Kerr. Stopped by Jeffrey, who's looking up the floor. Hits Bunce. Twister, again, a little steep on the angle for the bouncer.
Yeah, we've seen that a lot, though. You know, I don't know if it's because of field lacrosse where it bounces differently, but a lot of these guys have bounced that ball right over the net.
It took a little second to get going there because Brent Colomb had gone through all his balls, lacrosse balls. He had to get another. He was yelling for one from the bench. Eventually, Ryan Dutkus realized from the penalty box, tossed one over to him. Now Colomb is set. He's got a couple in those ref pockets.
Very low-scoring game, you know, especially compared to what we saw with, you know, Poland and U.S. yesterday.
Yeah. And 20-14 the final, and then 24-4 for Canada over Australia.
Yeah, and I think it's definitely, you know, the goaltending is a big part of that.
You also, I mean, you don't have the Canadian shooters. Makes a big difference, obviously, but the defenses are playing well. The goalies have been good.
What do we have?
34,
you know, that first game between USA and Poland, 34 goals.
Yeah.
Well, we've got 7 so far here.
Clothier runs into the offensive zone all the way to the restraining line, then changes course. It's a tight pass. Right in the face of O'Brien, but Braden O'Brien managed to manage it. Mathwin was looking like he was going to catch that pass, realized it wasn't for him and ducked out of the way. Drive by Singh, is it good? It is! Arjun Singh, what a great goal. Now, didn't he have one yesterday that almost happened?
Yeah, he had a play that, it was called, I can't remember if he was called in the crease or not.
It was in the crease,
and
so low.
I thought this one was pretty close too. Let's watch the replay because that was the earlier goal.
Yeah, that's the Hogue goal.
But Arjun Singh just drives to the net, and he does get taken down, but he gets the shot away. And we mentioned yesterday, this guy works hard, takes a beating. And this time he gets
great effort there by Jackson Stock off the faceoff. He's going to run over Harry Friedman.
A little bit of momentum for Australia.
5-3, they're back in it. Boy, how huge would it be for Australia to get a win? Here, of course, it'd be just as big for Israel. Both teams new to the World Junior Lacrosse Championship. There's O'Brien. His pass is picked off, and it goes back to him. Bounces off the stick of Greg Wells. Penalty coming. Ogilvy with a hard rip from the shooter spot high as the 30 was about to expire. But Australia will go to the power play. And I think there are two going. Looked like Roger Nurse was indicating for someone else as Zach Jury is back in the box. And is there another one? It looked like they were calling for Jordan Siegel.
The referees are having the discussion.
Yeah, they've only sent 3 defenders out. There comes another player.
I think the discussion on which player deserved the penalty. And so the referee's just holding up the numbers to the bench.
Oh, no, now he's going to.
Oh. Okay,
That's
so
really
maybe
confusing.
they sent the wrong player the first time?
I'm sure Roger Nurse was calling to a player, and then they had a discussion. Let's see the.
Oh,
okay.
you hear that?
Yeah, Zach Jury gets
So 2
double
penalties,
minor.
but it was just to the same guy.
Okay, so they were both for illegal cross-checkers. That's where they had the one, it was a delay, and then he illegally cross-checked someone again.
So 4 minutes instead of a 5-on-3, it'll be a 5-on-4 for 4 minutes, and big break for Australia. Although they haven't been good on the power play, I don't think they've scored a power play goal yet. They've allowed a couple of shorthanded goals.
It's a bit different, of course. If it was 2 different players, it'd be 5-on-3. Instead, they're 5-on-4, but for 4 minutes. And Doug Utting was over there instructing his players how to cross-check properly. Some good instruction going on. There's Thistleway with a shot saved by Getty. Wells going after the ball. That's going to roll back into the crease. It's raked in, and Arjun Singh was standing in the crease to try to pick that ball up. Just lost a bit of spatial awareness.
Be interesting to see if Israel tries to take this ball to the net. They've scored 2 short-handed goals. One was on the transition, but a number of times Australia's got caught flat-footed watching. But you see they got
Colt Ganesh
just playing safety, yeah.
And there's Lundy, and he was watched very carefully that time by Cody Hogue.
And they kind of need that safety because, Lundy almost got a step on his player there.
Hogue stayed with him pretty well, I thought, though. The clothier will pass it over to Ogilvy.
A little bit of the fake flip, and it'll be interesting to see if any teams use that successfully, the hidden ball trick.
Boy, there's a hidden ball trick in an MSL game the other day that worked brilliantly. Ogilvy, hard shot, comes off of Getty. Corey Vitarelli of Peterborough Lakers wound up putting one in on the Brampton Excelsiors. You have to shoot from near center around the restraining line, but it worked like a charm. The goalie, there's a nice save again. A shot from Curry, looking for his 3rd of the tournament. Comes back Ogilvy, fresh 30 for Australia.
And it's got to be run well to work when you're playing against all kinds of guys who are always looking for it.
Yeah, exactly.
I wouldn't be shocked if a team executed one here, but MSL, it's amazing.
Thistleway gets it to Curry. That's a hard shot, stopped by Getty. Got enough of it that he held up the rebound and was able to pull it in before Kirk could get to it.
He's got a couple of goals this tournament already. We've seen he's got a pretty good outside shot.
What did who is that? That's Jack Stokes. Just kind of did a yell as his player was getting the ball. And then he takes a swinging chop there from Jordan Siegel. Jack Stokes is in there, and he is making his presence known. They lob the ball into the corner, and as the 30 is about to expire, Australia will come back. One of the 2 penalties has been killed. And Ganesh just indicates to Clothier, just head off the floor. We have somebody coming on to take the pass. Let's both get, and they have a nice glove touch as they go off the floor. Get to the bench. There's Thistlethwaite. Curry gets it back in the shooter spot.
Ow.
Oh, Thistlethwaite wanted that shot. It went off an Israel player, or did it?
No, I think it went off Ogilvy.
Okay, so that should be an over and back, and it is called over and back. So Israel gets possession. Doug Utting, he's getting into the coaching role. He was yelling for the call.
Well, Ogilvy, they changed up the power play a little bit. They stuck him in the center, but that's not what he was looking
He's not going
to
back
happen.
there.
No, he was
Coach,
looking for a quick
pass. I don't
pass.
feel like that's our best chance to get good scoring chances. Huggett, 12 on the shot clock. Lundy trying to cut to the middle there. Basically sending Cody Hogue to go with him wherever he travels.
You know Huggett is dangerous with that outside shot.
Oh, that almost snuck through, drops into the pads of Jeffrey. Jeffrey looked quite confident. Maybe it didn't almost sneak through. I thought there was a bit of space. Here comes Ogilvy. 37 still on the penalty. So Australia trying to take advantage of this power play. Thistlethwaite.
Great job by Israel, the short man.
That one skips away from Mathwin. There's a chance and a goal. Mitch Ogilvy cuts to the middle. Mathwin had just recovered after dropping the pass. Got it in time to make the pass over to Ogilvy, who was slightly past his ideal shooting spot, but made it work.
And it was almost a scary pass after he fumbled that ball for a bit. Mathwin, it's not the greatest pass. I think we're going to see the shot then hit Ogilvy first. Watch Ogilvy ducks, and he still gets it. He knew he was in dangerous territory. But watch go, sort of stumbles and makes the pass. And I think we missed the goal there. But Ogilvy, you said it. He was kind of past the point he wanted to be to take that shot.
Penalty coming to Australia now after they get the power play goal.
A late hit after the Israeli player had throwing the ball away. And I think
Israel's still shorter. Oh, there comes the sixth guy. Lundy has it. Huggett stops up top, gets the pass. Tabak, bouncer is going to come back out to him. Actually, Lundy gets the pass from Huggett.
I don't think Lundy even wants to shoot the ball anymore.
No, he's looking at his
stick.
You
could see the body language after he took that shot. It's like, I'm not taking any more outside shots.
I wonder if they have an extra stick you could just grab. I mean, you like your stick, but at some point, maybe just grab another one and see how that feels. The interesting thing, I mean, Dalton restrung it for him.
What's that penalty?
The illegal body check.
Okay.
And arm across the chest.
And that was a little bit dangerous when you're hitting guys as they're making changes near the bench. It wasn't
that's Eric
close
Bunce.
to the door.
Yeah. That's Bunce who had 14 minutes in penalties earlier. Bar David back up. Here's Lundy. I mean, after Dalton Lundy strung Brendan's stick, there's a shot saved by Jeffrey. Brendan ran out. Here's an outlet pass.
Oh,
Ogilvy just eludes him.
Now,
just reaches
I'm
out.
wondering now if I'm Australia, if you've noticed that he's been fighting with the stick, if you
back off him a bit.
Cheat off Lundy a little bit, like allow him the outside shot.
Yeah.
You still don't want to let him get inside.
Yeah. No, Brendan came out and was firing the ball against the wall, and seemed like he thought it might be all right, but
this is the guy you don't want to shoot. Huggett's been their most dangerous shooter.
Ganesh is all over him. Here's Ted Wells. Jeffrey swallows that one up. He's looking up the floor. He's going to make the short pass instead because it was actually Ted Wells racing back to take away the pass to Ganesh. I wouldn't mind seeing Ganesh just get the ball and have it drive at the net.
Yeah, he hasn't
late
done
in
that
the
at
shot
all.
Clock, right? The shorthanded.
Today,
No, just let him run around. Now he's heading off the floor. I'd like to see him just stay out there and with about 5 seconds left, just try and drive to the net, see what you can do. Send somebody to the bench. You've got a defender back. That shot's blocked nicely by Greg Wells. He comes up with the ball. Runs through traffic. All kinds of pressure from the Australians. That leaves them against a 2-on-1. Schenker.
A 2-on-1, but they didn't use it.
Nope, but a nice reset shot by Schenker to bang it off the
I don't
goal.
know if that was a lucky reset for what started a 2-on-1. That's not the best shot you want, but it worked out well for Israel.
It's true. They were only about 10 seconds into the 30, so we're really looking for a reset at that point. I think he was just kind of thinking, wondering where Ben Tishkart was going. That pass picked off by Ogilvy. He's off to the races, and here comes the man from the box.
Oh, nice try.
Just too far for Bunce. He tracks it down. There's the trailer Clothier.
Timeout, 19 seconds left in the quarter.
So Australia has pulled back to 5-4.
Yeah, they've outscored Israel 3-0 this quarter to make it 5-4, and they would dearly love to execute this 6-on-5 as they pull their goalie for the last 18 seconds.
What a moment for them it would be if they could tie this one up. I'm Stephen Stamp, joined by Brian Shanahan. This is the IIJL World Junior Lacrosse Championship.
This has really
Game
turned
3.
into a great game. You know, the way it started, you know, 3 quick, early goals anyhow by Israel. I wouldn't say they dominated, but they were definitely the better team early in the game. And Australia's crawled back into this game.
We'll have a quick break after the third quarter. At the end of the game, stay with us as we'll announce the players of the game.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I'd say too early to pick on that one. I like
early candidates?
I like Huggett for Israel.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if you could pinpoint one for Australia at this point. I think we've got 4 different goal scorers.
I actually like Aaron Curry.
Yeah, he's
had some chances. He's been working hard.
I think we're a long way to go before we're going to decide
but
that.
at this point, the leaders in the club, the leaders.
But I think Colin Jeffries played well in that too.
That's true.
Excuse me, both goalies have played strong.
Yeah. Mitch Ogilvy's going to wait as we have the 6-on-5. They'll wait till about 8 seconds and then start.
You could draw this play up, but it's a lot more difficult with guys doing it for the first time.
Curry, hard shot, misses the net, and goes into the Israel bench, where it's caught by Brendan London. He just hands it. Brendan Lundy has been looking for an assist there as he handed it off to Liam Mackay, ripped it. And we're going to go to the intermission. It is 5-4 for Israel. Australia is flying back. We'll be right back with you at the World Junior Lacrosse Championship. Welcome back, Lacrosse friends, to the World Junior Lacrosse Championships. Here are the highlights from the third quarter. That is a goal by Cody Hogue. Nice pick to set it up by Clothier. And here's another look as he just bangs that one home. Then we're going to have the pass to Ogilvy right there. And that is a lovely play by Mathwin to just corral that ball as he momentarily bobbled it, knew he had a man coming, managed to get possession of it back and get that pass through to Ogilvy. And remember, that was just shortly after Ogilvy had been drilled in the head with a shot that he was trying to duck out of the way of.
And he knew he was in danger. Yes, he did everything to get out of the way of that shot. And I guess the execution the next time was what they wanted. Ogilvy coming in the center, catching the quick pass.
Harry Friedman, Jackson Stock lining up. And we're underway with the fourth quarter.
And Ganesh not taking the face off for Australia. He did so well yesterday.
I wonder if the stick just didn't want to stay, because he did. He lost the head right on the early face-off.
This has been the game of the problem with sticks, and I think.
Is this another penalty?
Yes. I think he said something to the referee.
Jackson Stock. He may not take a lot of penalties because he was going to the wrong box, and now he doesn't know how to get into it.
I don't think he liked the call the referee made on the face-off.
Jackson, you have to use your stick.
And the referees, he's having a hard time getting in the penalty box. But the referees have shown they're not taking any talk back from these players.
Nope.
It's good. They're maintaining.
Different refs have different approaches. I mean, some don't want to take it. They're going to tell you don't do it, and they'll give it to you. Others, I've heard some refs say, I think we need to have a thick skin.
I agree with that, but there's probably a bit of the element that you guys don't know the rules as well. A lot of these guys are learning the game, and I think the referee's probably a little bit insulted when
Lundy sets a pick for Huggett. There's a rip low. Jeffrey again looks behind him, but makes the stop. But that makes perfect sense. Here's Eric Bunce on the run.
Yeah, there's a different element of respect between a referee and a player who's played like 20 years of NLL and major lacrosse.
Yeah, you're going to get a certain
you got to take a little bit from some of those guys. But a 17-year-old kid is just learning the game.
Curry trying to duck underneath. Nice pass out front, reverse whip attempt by Mathwin, but he was a bit wild with it. Thistlethwaite back over.
That should be over and back.
Unless Israel comes up with the ball. I think that's what they're waiting for.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I thought that was over and back.
It didn't touch an Israeli player. I mean, there was stick-on-stick contact, but I never thought the ball touched Israel.
Yeah, I agree with you. I thought they were waiting for Australia to pick up the ball to call it.
That's a bit of a break for Australia because it gives them an extra 30 seconds to kill.
Lots of time.
Arjun Singh gets it from Thistlethwaite, who started heading to the bench. Now he's going to
he likes to go one-on-one if he can.
Yep. Singh tries the shot. That's off the leg of Liam Mackay.
Oh.
Here's a break. Singh hustling back to try and take it away. Nice cut by Wells, but he's going to turn it out, and Israel will set up on the power play. Good call by Wells to let the power play go set up. They haven't had a lot of opportunity.
Still got a good 20 seconds to go here.
Yep. Almost identical on the shot clock, just a couple seconds difference with the penalty. Lundy to Endicott. Huggett, and he has Kirk up on him immediately. Oh, then they give him some space.
Oh,
another
that's a
chance
nice save.
Wow, Jeffrey's been sharp.
Yeah, I think Jeffrey's got to be in the consideration when we talk about the player of the game for Australia.
For sure. Allowed them the chance to kind of find their legs and battle back in. And honestly, if it wasn't for Justin Getty being as good as he was in the first half, Australia would probably be ahead by now because they would have been a bit closer. He made some terrific saves.
Oh, yeah, I think Australia has not scored on an outside shot.
That pass hits Braden O'Brien right in the stomach. Here comes Ryan Foley. He's going to stay for the offensive shift after tossing it to Siegel. Huggett's directing traffic. He wants to be at the top now. And we'll slide through the middle. Nope, he's going to set a pick. Behind the back by Stomkar. Gets a shot for Foley. Another save by Jeffrey. Very much a butterfly style. He goes down to make those saves. Kind of a methodical first 4 minutes or so here. 3 minutes in this fourth quarter. Oh, what a bounce shot.
I think that's your man Curry, is it?
No, that's actually, what is that? Is that Hamish Mathwin? Yeah, Hamish Mathwin. That's a beauty.
And these are the shots that they've been missing the net with. I mean,
Curry set the pick, though.
Almost looks like a wild shot, but it's a long bounce.
I love that shot. That's the shot Graham Hossack uses on the transition break.
No, you're right. It's like an underhand bounce shot. And you don't often see that where you bounce it like 10 feet outside of the crease.
Yeah. What a shot by Hamish Mathwin to tie it up. Australia's come all the way back. Huggett's at the top. There's a chance for Lundy. He scores. Takes a bit of a check afterwards from an unhappy Cody Hogue. What a play.
Who's been fighting with a damaged stick all game. Scored a short-handed goal early, and just this time just a few seconds after Australia ties it up. That's got to be a little demoralizing for Australia. Worked so hard to tie it up, and then just seconds later, watch him. You know, it's not that much different from his short-handed goal. He pulls his man wide and then cuts hard to the net and uses his size and reach.
And I'll tell you, Cody Hogue wasn't in bad position. That was a perfect pass, a perfect catch by Brendan Lundy.
No, you can't let Lundy get that step on you. And for the most part, I think Australia's been well aware of that.
I didn't even think it was a step, though. I thought it was half a step, maybe. I mean, Hogue was in contact with him, kind of draped on him a bit, and Lundy sort of used his offhand. Nice pickoff by Ganesh.
He's got that
just
6'4" frame.
Yeah.
Even when a guy's close.
Oh, there's the pass through and a chance. Oh, the save by Getty as Eric Bunce had a chance for a heroic moment. Nice pass by Ganesh.
It's opening up a little bit after a careful first 4 minutes.
The shooters are getting some confidence. Ogilvy D'ing up against Foley. Jeffrey makes this quick save. Ogilvy looks up the floor. Nobody available, but Australia really looking for the transition chances as well. There's a pass to the back door, and there's a chance. Save again by Getty.
Yeah, that wasn't squeezing in.
No, that was Curry with the shot. Another chance penalty coming.
Yeah.
Jack Schenker went over to express his displeasure with Adam Thistlethwaite.
Yeah, a bit of a
Discard wants the ball because Thistlethwaite was backing away, still carrying it. Goalie's off for a, looks like, I thought a water break, but it looked like they're both going to
it looks like an equipment repair for Justin Getty.
Jeffrey's coming back to his crease. Getty's going to take another minute. Well, not a minute. You don't have that long.
And this is huge for Australia to get the kill on this. It'll be interesting to see how they use Lundy on this power play. He's shown us that he doesn't want to be taking those outside shots anymore, but he's still just as dangerous inside.
Now we're going to
see if he tries
when he was right on top of the crease, where he didn't have to worry about how far it would go.
I mean, both his goals have been inside. And you may see him throwing picks and cutting to the center on this power play.
He's at the top for now. Behind the back. Huggett gives it back to him. Endicott will take the horizontal pass. Bar David back to Endicott. And Jordan Siegel is just taking up traffic in front, and that opens the spot. Huggett has himself his hat trick.
Well, you knew that was going to come sooner or later. He scored the first 2 goals of the game. I think the first one was on a power play. And he's had plenty of opportunities at this time, and I think we're correct to say, you can see Lundy didn't want to shoot, but he's feeding. He draws the man over, and it's not really like a great scoring chance, but similar to the last goal by Israel, it's a bounce shot that almost bounced right at Huggett's feet as he shot it.
Some credit to Jordan Siegel. As I mentioned, he was down tying up with Braden Kirk and drew Kirk away, basically opened up the shooting lane for Huggett.
A little work to be done.
Here's a chance. Cody Hogue has 1 goal on the break. Goes
nice
for the
save.
same spot, but that one's stopped by the penalty coming.
Somebody for too many men on the floor. It must be. I'm guessing that's what the call is. Israel.
Is it too many, or is it?
I thought Israel.
The check after the shot.
Off the bench late, but no, you're
check
right.
From behind.
You're right. Check from behind.
Yeah. So the check on Hogue after the shot. So Australia down by 2, but we've seen them come back before. Now they've got a power play with 9.5 minutes to go to try and get this one back.
Australia's really struggled on the power play, although we saw that 1 goal by Ogilvy when he cut in. See if they try that again.
He's standing over on the lefty shooter spot for now, gets the ball, and then Thistleweight cuts. Whoa, that one got away, but it comes back to him, and Getty has to make a great save as Ogilvy basically passed it to himself.
Another penalty for Israel. We're going to go to a 5-on-3.
Illegal cross check again.
That was, I'd like to say that first shot by Ogilvy was a terrible shot unless he was planning to shoot off the board. I don't think I want to give him that credit, but he did get the rebound, and the second chance was a good one, but a great save by Getty.
So Jack Schenker goes off 24 seconds after Ryan Foley had, and a glorious chance for Australia. The 5-on-3. There's Ogilvy up to Thistleweight. Thistleweight rips it, saved by Getty. Now, what kind of pressure can Australia put on? There's nobody open.
Yeah, they got
to
try to stop them from getting the ball. That's a good job by Australia.
Yeah, it's good pressure. Brendan Lundy was racing down to try and get it before it got to the crease.
They got a 3-on-2 if they're ready to execute it.
Yeah, there's Ogilvy backdoor to Singh. Spins away, loses the stick. He's going to try and kick it out. That's an illegal push.
Yeah.
And Australia will get the ball back. There was some acrimony on the. Oh, here's a chance. Diving attempt. It's good.
Oh, nice.
That's Mathwin again, I believe. Wow, what a fourth quarter for Hamish Mathwin.
And all kinds of room on the 5-on-3, and it looks like Thistlegate's about to shoot the ball, gives it to Mathwin, dives across, short side. Yeah, that's a nice goal.
You talked about it yesterday. It's so hard for the goalie when the player's diving across the crease and he goes back against the grain. Where's Hamish Mathwin from?
He's from Brighton,
South Australia.
South Australia. So a homegrown boy, just a small guy, 5'7", 150 pounds, got a couple goals.
Face-off win by Ganesh. Here he goes to the net, passes it down. They're still in the power play.
Oh, boy.
Oh, and the ball is given away. Ganesh is going to try and get it back. Here's the double team on Wells. Oh, great stick check by Ganesh. It's loose. He's got it. Can he get it ahead to Ogilvy? 2-on-0. Ganesh is going to shoot, save. It bounces out. Singh has it behind the back, doesn't get through. Ganesh gets it back, though. Australia with another possession. What a sequence for the Aussies. And Ganesh is going to slow it down a little bit. Oh. Australia almost sent a sixth runner onto the floor. And then Ganesh just lets a shot rip. Not quite sure what that was about.
There's lots of time on that
Triple
shot
team.
clock.
The ball is loose. Australia gets it back, but it bounces away. There's an effort by Liam Mackay to get it back. Goes to the net. Save for the instep of Jeffrey. Boy, Liam Mackay's having quite a game.
And somebody's hurting the floor for Australia.
Liam Mackay actually kind of reminded me of Ian McKay a little bit.
Yeah.
A little shorter, kind of stocky, runs well, good stick skills, similar name, goes to the net, can play defense solidly. I'm not saying he's Ian McKay because that's a lofty comparison.
Yes, that's a
young
big
player,
step.
Huggett with another shot. Clothier giving it to him afterwards. Comes out, and a chance for Schenker out of the penalty box. Didn't get enough for the 30 win. 1 goal game, 7-6, 7:04 left in the fourth quarter. I'm Stephen Stamp, joined by Brian Shanahan. This is the World Junior Lacrosse Championship, and this is a dandy. How much fun are these kids on both these teams having?
Oh, they're loving it.
I'd say especially the young Australians who have traveled halfway around the world. Thistleweight. They had a camp in BC, and Jim Milligan was talking about how much better they were getting with every practice. Mathwin, he's on fire. He's got 2 goals in this quarter. Nice catch by Thistleweight, and the goal!
Oh.
The catch leads to the shot that bounces in off the foot of Getty. It's all tied up.
And probably the first mistake by Getty in this game, or the first misplay. All game, outside shots, he was just scooping up easily. This one, he steps out, looks like he has it. Not a real hard shot. And got a piece of it, but got in, and again, all tied up. Last time we got tied up, though, Israel scored
15
seconds later.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens here.
Aaron
and
Curry
Ganesh is back on the face-off.
Yeah, but Friedman wins it.
Yeah,
Where is Aaron Curry from?
Did you
say he's a...
He's Australian, I'm sure. Melbourne. Yep.
Loving the way these young guys are learning this game. Just getting better and better. Every quarter, they're improving. Israel with the ball. Huggett has a hat trick. Gets it up to Endicott. Now what do you think?
Well,
You like Mathwin for player of the game? I don't mind that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Number 16, boy, those are a couple nice goals. I like Aaron Curry a lot still.
The timing of his goals have been great.
Oh, no kidding. Thinking about the shot there, tries the pass that doesn't get through. Bit of a force by Wood.
Oh my, he's coming to
Oh,
the net.
here's a chance for Singh. Dives. Stopped by Getty.
Nice effort, and that was the right play to dive across.
Schenker hands it off. Lundy has the ball. Israel taking their time, just waiting for it to develop. As Tom Kerr leaves it for Endicott. They've got 3 to get a shot off. There's Lundy. He's just going to roll it into the corner.
Good defense. You know, coaches love that when they hear that buzzer and their defense is on and it manages to kill the full 30.
Here's Curry going to the net, turns aside. Kirk. Olga with 5 to shoot. Oh, there's a rip by Tyler Reynolds. Australia thought it was in, it was behind Getty, but
ball,
not in.
I think it rolled behind the line, but not into the net.
Yeah. That's Tom Kerr. To Bar David. So Israel, strong left, and the 2 righties are both their native Israeli players. Cool to see as Bar David steps out. He's got a chance. Big save by Jeffrey.
Nice opportunity.
That one's pitchfork out of the playing surface by an Australian, and Israel will get it back, and Lundy's going to go for a break.
Like a bit of a panic play defensively, just throwing that ball away.
I think he was trying to catch it. And it kind of went off his stick. That's Tom Kerr. Boy, he has really stepped up his game here in the second half. There's another one. That gets off the stick of Ogilvy.
If he gets that cleanly, he's off to the races.
Yep.
That was a nice effort.
4:20 to go here in the 4th quarter. I'm Stephen Stanford with Brian Shanahan. We've got a thriller at the World Junior Lacrosse Championship in Mississauga. Ori Bar David. That's Tom Kerr. Sets a pick for him. Another one. It's Tom Kerr in the middle, but they're going to come to the near side to Endicott. Bar David is down. He's grabbing his throat. Endicott. Bar David back up. Lundy with the outside shot. It bounces off of Jeffrey, and he directs Jack Stokes. Or Mercy. Sorry, Alexander Mercy. Go get it. Pops away from me. It was Stokes. My bad. But it bounced right over to Cody Hogue. Oh! He is drilled by Wells coming off the floor. He is shaken up. I'm kind of stunned there was no call on that.
Yeah, he's hurting. Matt with all kinds of confidence now. He took that over the shoulder shot.
Thistleway,
nice.
stop by Getty. Big save.
Getty's made up for that.
Mathwin tried to
goal.
just kick that one in because his stick was being held.
Yeah.
Creative, wouldn't have counted. Oh wait, can you kick it in?
No.
You can't kick it in, right? It can bounce off your foot, but you can't kick it. Endicott. Israel still making their change. Lundy's coming back out.
Nice move.
Here comes Lundy. The 30 had ended. It sounded. That may have been in.
I don't think it went in, but there's no question 30 had gone.
No, it did not. We're hearing from the booth. And the goalie going to the bench. There is a delayed penalty. Okay.
For a second, I thought it was just a sneak play.
Boy, that would have been gutsy. Here's a drive to the net. The goal. No, it's no good. They're saying Aaron Kerr on the line.
And I think they're correct.
I think they are right. Too. Illegal substitution for Israel.
The dive was great by Curry, but I believe he stepped on the line before takeoff. Watch his foot as it comes down. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's all over it.
That was like, that was a good foot into the crease.
His actual foot.
Yeah.
You're not saying it was like a foot like 12 inches in.
I was saying it was his whole foot.
Yeah, his foot, yeah. You can see the entire ball of the foot right up to the start, to the instep.
Huge power play opportunity with 2 minutes, 25 seconds. And remember,
Thistleweight and Ogilvie.
Israel's had a couple of short-handed goals too.
Thistleweight shoots, saved by Getty. It bounces loose. Curry almost had it. Now he does. Great recovery. Oh, but it's popped loose. Nice defensive effort. Can he get the ball? Ben Tishkart. Picked up by Greg Wells and avoids the crease. He's going for a run. Israel. He obviously get a 30 seconds killed and then get a shot off and get it reset. There's a difference in the two shot clocks of about 5 seconds, so I'm not sure which one they're going with. I'm not sure the refs realize.
And watch Lundy out here. He scored one short-handed goal. Oh,
Huggett with the shot.
A bad shot. And Huggett's, he scored 3 of them.
Thistleweight looking for the man on the run. Good decision not make the pass. Cody Hogue was cutting, and it was tempting for Thistleweight, but he made the right call. Here's a hidden ball play.
Hidden ball. See if anybody's fooled.
No, they've got him. Ogilvie's still selling it, though. Curry to Mathwin and back. Ogilvie, Thistleweight shoots, scores! Thistleweight, power play goal. Australia has taken their first ever lead.
And a great opportunity. I actually thought Thistleweight waited a little too long before taking this shot, because you watch Ogilvie pulls the man away from Thistleweight. Great opportunity to shoot right here, but then there's hesitation, but then he takes that shot just perfect. And we were saying earlier, like, Getty could not be beat from the outside. The only guy who has beat him from the outside has been Thistleweight twice.
And that's kind of half outside. That's who's stepping in.
Yeah.
But that's the
inside shot.
Well, it's interesting, right? With Getty and Jeffrey both playing in Nanaimo, both playing summer, probably playing with the summer wooden sticks, right? The big stick covering the 5 hole.
All of a sudden, you go to the smaller stick. So this will be interesting to see this last minute, how long before they pull their goaltender.
No movement yet. Israel just getting their 5th attack run.
Yeah.
Here's Endicott, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Lundy takes a look at the timer. Rips it outside. That was a pretty decent shot. Here's an outlet pass to Ogilvie. Can he get it on the bounce? No, it just gets away from him. Oh, if he caught that, he had a chance.
Yeah, and even if he didn't get the breakaway, he would have loved to get that ball to kill 30. They call timeout.
Israel taking a timeout. Now, if you're Mitch Ogilvie and you catch that pass, or you pick it up on the one hop, do you take the shot or do you run around the crease?
I think you run around. It's
probably smarter.
Less than 30 seconds, there's no question. You run around. Now that was about 40 seconds. So
if there's more time on the shot clock than the game,
exactly.
Right? Then you go kill it.
Although, we've seen NLL players make that mistake.
Oh, yeah.
I saw an NLL game, and I don't even want to mention the player, but a superstar take a shot with about 10 seconds to go when it was unnecessary. The save came, the ball went down the other end of the floor, goal, overtime, and loss.
Pretty sure I know which game you're talking about. I remember that play.
Yeah.
And that was not a very popular play with his coaches.
No. I think the quote was, "We have the stupidest players in the world." It was the Buffalo Bandits at the time, I'll say that much. But, you see mistakes at every level. But you know what? I wouldn't fault Ogilvie if he caught that ball with 40 seconds left in the game to take the shot. But at the same time, I think I prefer the safe.
Boy, if he scores, though.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a pretty nice play if he scores.
But it's a done deal. If there's less than 30, you don't shoot.
Lundy is down on the goal line as Huggett will start at the top. Lundy's been playing up high more, but maybe they're thinking, let him do something down low and get an in-tight shot. Now he's actually going to cycle up to the top. Endicott takes the pass, 10 to shoot. He'll rip it, save Jeffrey. Australia's got it. Will they take a timeout?
Not the best choice of a shot.
Outlet pass to Kirk, and he misses it. 10 seconds to go. The Israelis are going to get the ball back.
to get the
Oh,
ball.
they went almost back in.
He pretty much. Oh, and
He threw it into the bench. And that will do it. Australia is going to win. Arjun Singh has it. Will he put it? No, he's not going to put it in the net. He's just going to run away with it. And Australia with a huge 8-7 win. How exciting is that for this Australian team?
That was a great game, especially the way it started. It's really, Team Israel came out with a 3-0 lead. Australia climbed back into it, but what a great finish, and great fourth quarter.
All right, we're going to take a quick break, and we will be bringing you the players of the game. Boy, there are some decisions to be made there. Wow, what a fourth quarter for Australia. Hamish Mathwin with a couple of huge goals. The winner from this way to the end.
Well, really, the second half, Australia outscored Israel 7-2. So,
wow,
that was a great second half after being down 5-1 after the half.
We're going to look at some highlights for Australia as they did go on that 7-2 run. Here's the Hogue goal.
Yeah, that was quite early on. That made the score. I think it was 5-2 at that point. Yeah, there it is again. That little bit of interference
by Clothier.
Yeah, Clothier, and I think this is the power play goal by Ogilvy.
Mm-hmm. And that's Mathwin with a beautiful pass on that one.
That they score 5-4, and then. And this is Brendan Lundy's second goal. That gave them back a 2-goal lead, and it looked like, even though Australia climbed back, that it was all over. But Australia gets a couple of goals, and Mathwin got 2 of them.
They are celebrating up a storm, and everyone's going to Hamish Mathwin, just giving him some credit there.
But at the end of the game, it was Adam Thistlethwaite who scored 2 goals. That was his first one to tie it up at 7, and then on the power play, hesitates but gets a great shot, gives them the 1-goal lead that they hung on to.
The Israel player of the game is Matthew Higgett, who had 3 goals, was dangerous all night.
Good call. I think we agreed with that.
Yeah,
we talked about that early on.
And for Australia, with 2 goals late, including the winner, Adam Thistlethwaite.
Yeah, it was just that definitely, there was a number of guys in Australia, but the timing of his goals, the tying goal and the winning goal, pretty big ones for Thistlethwaite.
Yeah, they were huge. They were huge. I would have liked to have gone with one of the Aussies personally, but I think that's a good call. I mean, Thistlethwaite obviously was excellent throughout for them, and what a huge win for the Australian lacrosse program. I know you talked about how Andy Ogilvy said their goal was to come and have fun and learn. I think getting a win is icing on the cake.
Oh, yeah, Ogilvy said they just want to learn, but it does feel a lot better when you actually get the win.
All right, we have 1 hour until our next game. That will be the USA and Iroquois. I'm Steve with Brian Shanahan. Thanks for being with us at the IIJL World Junior Lacrosse Championship. See you in an hour.